What's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of Livingston Unfiltered, where we talk about people, politics, and the going ons around Livingston County. Man, we had a busy night last night. I think the biggest story came out of the city of Howell, but then there was some Howell Township drama, and then even the Howell Public School Board.
Yeah. The school board meeting was super long.
Dude, like 3 hours, 2.5 hours.
2 hours.
That thing drags, doesn't it?
Yeah. Yeah. We did a Facebook post. We went to the city of Howell meeting. Unfortunately, it's at the same time as the Howell Township meeting.
And the Howell School Board meeting.
Yeah.
But due to this local technology, we get an opportunity really to drive down. It's a daunting task listening to all these meetings and everything that's going on, but it is productive, isn't it?
Yeah.
So what do you got for us?
Take a look at our Facebook post. WHMI was at the meeting last night.
Yeah. Jessica
And
Matthews.
So that was kind of cool. They had gone over a bunch of stuff. They had went over the drain commissioner had sent a letter. They're doing some repairs to the Marion Genoa drain. They talked about it, how since like 1940 they haven't done anything with it. And so there's an assessment going out to the people who that affects on their winter taxes.
That's crazy because that drain had backed up into the construction on 996 and had all those cars sitting out there.
Yeah.
We just had Vince on with some traffic, and wasn't he running egg rolls out to people?
I'm not sure.
Oh,
did he say that?
I don't know. I thought that was something that we had talked about.
Huh? I don't think so. But yeah, this was pretty cool. They had also talked about there was a local family who's lived here. The older ones had kind of moved out of town, but the kids grew up here. The parents had lived here, and they're trying to put in a headstone.
That about had me in tears.
Yeah.
Listening to the daughter speak, listening to the son speak, and then they took this poor old guy in hospice, and out of respect for the family, I didn't record him when he came up to speak, but they wheeled him up with his oxygen behind him and his hospice nurse, and he just like gave a heartfelt, please, before I expire, let me get this done. And you could have heard a pin drop.
Yeah. It's kind of interesting. We sit on several boards, and so we know that there's things they can do, make a resolution, do things right then and there. But, kind of what upset me is that none of them tried to do that.
Yeah, they just said, well, we'll look into it. Hope you don't die before we get an answer.
Yeah, I think one of the words were like, oh, you're just a little bit too early. We're going into this. Like, sorry, your wife died too early. We were going to get to it eventually.
Right.
But yeah, there's a lot of comments.
Hey, there's me.
People, even a couple people said they would donate if they needed to get a new stone.
Megan explains her thing there. Why don't you read that?
Yeah, it says, thank you. My family appreciates the support. I really want to make it clear we never have had Royal Stone move forward with this headstone had we had not gotten approval from Daniel Prince. As I stated last night, when my mother unexpectedly died, my husband had just had a heart attack and was in surgery at the same time following my mother's death. My nephew died and then my sister within a few months. We had trusted what Daniel Prince told us. We provided all the evidence and scientific support that the headstone is superior to any natural stone. We appreciate the mayor taking the time before the meeting to contact me and state they're looking into this, but how long is it going to take? The headstone was a gift from Royal Stone and made by a family member that works for them. And what I kind of took out of that was surprising was they knew about it before the meeting. They had met. They had talked about it. In my mind, that gives you plenty of time to look into it and create a resolution and kind of give the gentleman some glory and some, rest assurance that maybe they can get it done pending a little more research, on like a one-time approval basis. That's kind of what you get elected for.
Yeah, there's definitely a solution there. I don't think that something this small in scale
Mhm.
really warrants putting it off and going through, government speed. To me, I wasn't exactly sure what, was the issue. And so I wanted to tread lightly. That's why I didn't get involved in going up and speaking. But apparently, it's the material in which the headstone's made out of. But the family, when they described it, said they've got the same material at Tiger Stadium, at the field out for the 911 memorial in Pennsylvania where the plane went down. And I mean, it looks good to me.
Yeah, this is the headstone. It was in the meeting packet. They had pictures of it. There's other information in the meeting packet. Um, yeah,
Testing, right? Wasn't there testing that was done?
I think so. I didn't go through it in super detail, but I wanted to find the picture because we had spoke about it afterwards like we normally do, and we kind of talked and we're like, man, I don't know, is it a great big deal, like a huge statue? Is it just a normal headstone? And like to me, when I saw this, I was like, oh, it's just like a normal headstone. It's not like a great
Yeah.
big 4-foot statue, or anything like that, you know?
Yeah, I wasn't sure if it was the positioning. Should it lay down? Does it stand up? What's the issue? And it seems like the issue is the material that it's made out of.
Yeah. And I mean, this looks very nice.
Well, sir, we hope your family the best. We hope you get resolution to it. I kind of like the crew that's running the city of Howell up there. They're always very polite and willing to take a conversation. And so I'm hoping that you get some resolution and this moves through quick and you get to see your wife's headstone before something happens.
Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah, and I always try to look at it as, like, the best, like, maybe they don't have the guidance or don't know that they could create a resolution or make a motion there to do those things, and so they kinda, like I try to look at it like glass half full, like, "Hey, we're gonna go through this,"
Yeah.
but if they did know they could do that and didn't, it's kinda disappointing.
And they have a meeting due to a holiday. They've got the Memorial Day holiday,
Yeah,
which everybody's taking off. So they've got an early meeting next week. I created a resolution
I saw
and
that.
posted it under the comments. So if they didn't know, they have the ability to cite the resolution, change it any way that they like, but it definitely resolves it if they find that this material is adequate,
Satisfactory,
yeah,
yeah.
satisfactory for the cemetery.
Yeah. Yeah, and I mean, they have legal counsel. I couldn't see it being that tough to run a resolution by legal counsel and
Getting it
say,
approved.
"Hey."
Let's honor this Howell family.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
So, what else do we got?
Um, we have the board meeting for education.
Dude.
An hour and 44 minutes. We have the agenda here. They had talked about some stuff. Yeah, I don't know. They had bought a van for Innovation Academy to do field trips. They
Yep.
had approved some things for field trips. I think I heard some overnight field trips, potentially some out of country stuff. Um,
Budapest.
in like France and things like that. There's
Yep.
a couple. Um, they had a presentation on like behavioral discipline, I guess, and like
Yeah,
bullying.
bullying. You
Um,
dealt with that while you were in school.
yeah.
I know
Then a
your brother
resident
did.
came up
Yeah.
and spoke, and his position was kind of like almost like they're going so strict that some of the kids who are being bullied are afraid to stick up for themselves because they don't want to get in trouble.
Right.
Um,
It's a hard balance. It's a hard topic.
yeah.
Back in my day, they just beat up the bully.
Yeah. I remember I was in school, I got punched in the face and you were picking me up and I came to the car and was crying
Yep.
and had a black eye.
Right.
You drove me to the kid's house.
So we're going to solve this one way or the other.
And then we were actually friends after it. It was cool. But
Yeah,
yeah.
that is cool. So on that board of education, we've got who? Christy Kahn,
Yeah.
Stacy Passini, nice lady. I really like Scott and Stacy. I haven't met Crystal Zurich. Jason Bedford, he's for the birds. I don't know if you watch his post, but he's got that bird cam.
Huh.
Yeah, he names everyone that comes up. It's awesome. Steve Dalt, I've talked to a couple of times. Meg Marharfer, we've had our discussions over the data center, and her husband is running for Howell Township trustee this go round. So that's interesting. Courtney Terrera, very nice lady. She actually lives on the farm that I grew up on, Grandma Grandpa's farm.
Yeah. So when I was little, I would talk to her parents.
Yeah.
And that's why I was like, whoa, she looks like her mom when
Yeah.
I lived
Yeah,
over
I
there.
think she looks like, she has representations of both mom and dad. So
Mhm.
that's pretty cool.
Just from watching the meeting, like that's what
Yep.
her mom sort of looked like. Not like identical, but um that brought me back because her parents were really cool. I remember being little and like walking down the bus stop, and her dad was like, "Oh, if you want to come over, we can like dissect an apple and look at how the seeds are in a star and all that." It was pretty cool.
Right. Didn't her dad chase you when you started driving? You thought, who the heck is this coming after me?
No, I never started driving when we lived over there.
Oh, okay. All right.
I was young. Like
Must have the story confused,
I
but
didn't start driving until we moved
gotcha.
over towards like in Township.
All right.
But yeah.
So that's the whole Howell School Board. Aaron McGregor's there.
Hmm.
Love his first name.
Yeah.
So what else do we got?
Yeah, it was pretty interesting. The city of Howell, they went into we kind of missed the stuff. They went into closed session.
Yeah.
And it's interesting how they put it up. They put City of Howell versus I think it's
F-
FDP
FDP or FPD
Properties
properties.
LLC.
Yeah.
And then they state the Michigan compiled law, which allows them to go into private session.
Yeah.
That LLC is the gentleman we interviewed, Fadi,
2 years ago.
who I guess you could say now used to own Clark gas station.
Well, I don't know that it's concluded.
Okay.
There's, litigation pending,
Mm-hmm.
which is called the Liz pendants.
Right.
Generally, it won't allow you to transfer the deed
Yeah.
during a pending lawsuit.
Yeah. And so anybody else who saw that, I guess they really wouldn't know what it is. When I saw it, I was like, oh, they're going to discuss, litigation over
Right.
Clark gas station stuff. And
You know how they do that.
well, they don't want to give out anything or positioning, I'm assuming.
Yep. So if you're looking to do a settlement and you're discussing monies or where you sit within that litigation or how heavy you're going to get hammered, at that table, back in a private room, door closed, you're like, all right, can we win this? What's our percentage of being able to win this? And then if we lose, what's it going to cost us?
Right.
So you come up with a number that's palatable as the board of trustees or the city council in this case
Mm-hmm.
of, where are we going to settle at? And that gives the attorney the ability to go out and negotiate.
And what I was told from that closed session, and I'd have to look more into it, they have to come back out in public session and make a vote.
Yes.
The closed session is only for discussion.
Right.
We didn't stay till that time. They kinda do it interesting where it's the very last thing before adjournment, so most people leave.
Split. Yeah.
Um, but to my understanding, legally, they can't hold their vote in that closed session. They have to come out
Make the vote. It's still private.
and closed session, make the vote on what they decided and
Yep.
discussed about. And I guess that would be the proper way to do it.
Yeah.
But that was interesting. It'll be interesting to see where that goes. I'm sure we're gonna hear news on that in the future and hear more about it.
Right.
So that's cool. Um, Other stuff. It was Howell Township, and I can pull that up for us here. One of the biggest things and the first things that they handled, which I was kind of proud of them for knocking it out right off the bat, data center moratorium extension.
Right on. You know what surprises me in watching the township meeting is you get people who don't even live in the township who want to come and apply their viewpoint to the township residents. There was two people I watched on there who came up, gave their address. They don't even live in the township. And they're like, this is what we think about the data center and the moratorium and whether you should, continue to kick the can down the road.
Yeah. I mean, I understand it. Really depends on how close they live. Like, I'm not giving them any excuse, but um, yeah, I mean, they, I guess the proper way I would think they'd do it would be to go to their municipality and speak to their board of municipality, and they could pass it like
Their own
that
zoning.
board,
Yeah.
not even their own zoning. They could write a letter and say, "Hey, as your neighboring municipality,
Oh,
this is what our residents are saying.
right.
We'd like to pass that along."
Yep.
I think that keeps it more orderly that way.
Yeah.
You should be electing the people that are going to do that.
Right.
I would see you know, um, no issue with doing that, and it kind of keeps those meetings to the size and
Yep.
things like that. Even if like, okay, you're in Cockta Township and 5 residents write a letter and pass it on to their elected officials, and they get that over to the Howell Township elected officials or meet and discuss that. If
Right.
it does affect more than just that municipality, seems like that'd be the proper way to do it.
Yeah. Makes sense to me.
Have some input. But yeah, it kind of skews things when everybody shows up and like we went to some meetings where people came from 2 hours away.
Yeah. And they're talking, the talk goes on for 6, 7 hours
Right.
into past midnight.
Yeah.
And that's, it just makes it unpalatable
Mm-hmm.
to try to absorb the information, make a decision, and go on.
Kind of ruins it for everybody.
Yeah, it does.
So, yeah, I mean, we have a video here. This
And
for
to answer your question, we actually can't respond. So we can't give you an answer. But I think if you contacted us, we'll soon all have emails. You could ask us those.
For Supervisor, Jonathan, is this essentially the same as the original, except for the auto
very,
termination?
very similar, just very minor language changes for the extension.
Is that just the auto termination?
There were a few
clause?
other small things, but yeah, for the most part, it was the extending it for 6 months, the auto terminating. Yep.
I think we'll probably get an update at the Planning Commission on where the PC is on this. Would you?
Sure.
Okay.
Could you just provide us one right now? Is that possible?
I'm fine with that.
Sure. We are scheduled to meet tomorrow night for the subcommittee meeting. There is a draft ordinance. There's significant information that was presented to our planner, who needed some extra time, so they have been working on that. That's why the delay in actually having the meetings. So hopefully after tomorrow, we will have some semblance of an ordinance that we can start working off of and present to the planning.
Good to hear.
Yeah, you guys have been making good progress in that.
It's slow. I think it's slow.
And no further discussion on that. So all those in favor, oh,
You need a roll call.
oh, okay. Right. Can you tell us my second meeting? So, can we do a roll call, Marnie?
Yes.
Yes.
Wilson,
Yep.
Bosch. Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Yes.
So they all voted for it.
Yeah.
I
Bob,
believe
Bob put it up for a vote, and I didn't catch who seconded it there.
I didn't either, but that's what I was say. Bob Wilson made the motion. They had discussion. There was a couple questions. Obviously, they're all presented the information ahead of time. There's a board packet that's prepared. It goes out.
Right.
They're able to review it. I would assume their legal counsel reviews it. They have a little discussion, take their vote, roll call vote. Makes it easy to see who all voted which way. And passed it. The one member sits on the planning commission and also the resident board for creating the ordinance that they're working on. I can't believe it's already been 6 months.
Yeah.
Now
It went a year, I thought.
now it's 6 months again.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so that's crazy. That's a long time to be working on ordinance, I think.
No question. We did a public forum
Mm-hmm.
about data centers
Right.
where we had people come in and discuss their concerns. And what's funny is because we did a forum to get people's opinions
Mm-hmm.
and address concerns, it got turned into, oh, you're for a data center.
Right.
And I just
Don't
can't
get that
believe.
confused. We're for property rights. If
Yes.
you were going to, say, hey, there's none of this on a piece of land that could fit that, we're also going to say no if I bought and wanted to put 500 cows there
Right.
and have power for milking equipment and
Yep.
pasteurization. And now I need water for all the cows and washing down stalls, and I need 5 metal buildings.
Yep.
And
5 wells.
yeah, maybe. It's so now you're taking away those
Infringing.
property rights. In the way that I view it is, it doesn't matter if you're on 1/3 of an acre and want to put a deck on your house,
Right.
or if you're on 1,000 acres and want to put a data center. I agree there should be rules and stipulations and things like that, but it should never be no. It's
Right.
it's you should never. When I grew up, it's America, the land of the free. You work hard, you purchase your property. You can't be biased on that, whether it's someone with $1 billion or someone with $1,000.
$10.
Right. It's
Everybody gets their right to say. That's the reason we have a planning commission. That's the reason we have zoning laws. That's the reason we have township boards. Is there's a process to go through to ensure that the large part of the public within that governmental body is covered.
right.
And it doesn't matter, like you said, whether you're the big rich guy or you're living in a single wide mobile home on 1/3 of an acre.
Right.
Everybody gets the same treatment, the same opportunity to have their rights protected, regardless of, what they may want to do or who they may want to sell to.
Right.
In a large part,
Is it safe?
yeah, the argument is taking away somebody's property rights.
Right. Yeah. And you should, there's limitations, but it should never be no. And I think what they should look at and decide is it safe?
Right.
Is it going to harm the environment or the environments around them, or is it going to disrupt people's enjoyment of their property?
Yeah. So let me get this clear. you're not saying you're for a data center. You're not saying you're against a data center. What you're saying is you're for personal property rights.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm for proper development, personal property rights. If people are willing to spend the money and, they should be able to do what they want to do that meets those things of safety, environmental,
Protecting the community.
and protecting the community.
And the community makes those rules
Correct.
that you have to adhere to.
Correct.
And that's what we're about.
Right. Yeah. I think that there's pros and cons, right? Like, and if I'm being completely honest, what I want to, we live like a mile and a half away from there.
Right.
Drive by it every single day.
Yep.
Would I want a data center there? Not really.
Yeah.
But the fact of the matter is, it's not my choice.
Right. We don't own the property. We
Right.
don't pay the taxes.
If I really didn't want it there that bad, I'm gonna figure out a way to leverage assets and finance it and buy it and become a farmer,
Right.
which I'm not interested in. So I don't
Do you
say
want
no.
solar panels there?
Not really.
Do you want 6,000 houses there?
No.
Right. But again, it's not our.
Right. If they put solar panels there, that's their prerogative, and hopefully it feeds into the grid and our prices come down. And
Yep.
if that's what they decide, we also have the opportunity to move.
Yeah.
We're free to do that.
That's it.
So, yeah. Yeah. And it's,
So I think you got a little clip of a guy who completely reads it wrong and doesn't call me out by name, but
no.
definitely is referencing what we
Yeah.
had the town hall on.
Yeah. And I think that this one gets political, and I don't necessarily want to say there's been jabs from this party and other runnings, but they seem to kind of want to take things in the mud when things come up. And we recently endorsed a political opponent who we're going to have on the podcast, and who we really enjoyed and had good conversation with. And
Really great guy.
yeah, there was some things brought up that, like, well, some people that are endorsing this guy were pushing for data centers.
Yeah.
So you should not vote for him to be judge. And then I'm like, what does having judge have to do at all with the data center? Or,
Dude, what a leap.
yeah,
right?
I mean, that's
The same guy is pushing to repeal,
have a recall.
have a recall out of his party.
Yeah,
People in South Lyon
right. Who decided to,
pass a
Yeah.
data center.
I mean, decided to not get sued
Right. Yeah,
For-
that's what it was.
exclusionary zoning,
Yep.
which is not allowed,
Right.
and that's ultimately what happens. You can't, there are laws and you have to look at those things, and that's part of it too. And people, I don't think they get that. If you say, no, this can't happen, like,
Right.
and that's the only piece of property that it fits,
Yeah.
there's going to be a lawsuit, and you'll most likely either have to settle or lose, and that costs way more taxpayer dollars. And that's kind of what happened in Saline.
Right.
So,
But what a leap to go from, whoa, and he doesn't call me out by name. I
Yeah.
don't, but it was very obvious
yeah,
that he was talking about me.
there could be others. There were other people that I don't want to say supported a data center, but had done research. The person that we did the town hall with,
Right.
there was people that sat on that board
Yeah.
at Howell Township that went and looked at data centers in other places
Right.
of the United States and did research as well. And were, hey, it's not great, but it's not the end of the world.
The dude just talks out of both sides of his mouth.
Yeah.
It's
But correlates it to a race
right.
and a candidate running for judge
who has nothing to do.
Yeah, with that township, with the data center,
Right.
gets to decide nothing.
But when that's all you got,
Yeah,
right?
it's kind of like that dragging into the mud. That's like you're pulling at straws, you're throwing those jabs, I don't know.
dude, take the high road. There's less traffic every single time. And that's why we're supporting Christopher Candela
Yeah,
for judge,
right.
because his temperament is right.
Yeah,
He doesn't come with an agenda. He's not looking to set himself up for retirement. He's not power hungry.
mm-hmm.
He's not going to come with politics
Right.
up his sleeve.
Yeah,
He
it's
comes
just real.
He's real and down to earth and
Right.
fair.
Yeah. Doesn't get into all that messy stuff. And like, there are short videos that I see all the time of like judges who are real, and it blows up because they're
it's amazing.
compassionate, care about the people, do the job. And you always say like, hey, someone's going to win and someone's going to lose. You can't make everybody happy.
Right. If both people come away and they're unhappy,
mm-hmm.
then the judge probably made the right decision.
And maybe half unhappy, right?
Yeah.
Like,
yeah,
that's what it's about. And judging fairly based off of the law, explaining that, not
legislating from the bench.
Right. There's been a lot of times that we've been in a lot of courtrooms. Like, it's something that we like to frequently watch.
Yep.
I've seen judges with attitudes. I've seen judges who explain things, who are calm. I've seen judges who, and I can clearly recognize that Christopher is even temperamented.
Yep.
Respectful.
Yep.
Would calmly explain something and explain it in a way that normal people could understand and come to resolutions that are based off the law.
He lives here. He understands the community.
Yeah.
Just an all-around good guy.
Yeah. I can quote this video. This is the clip.
Let's check it out.
Is that 4-3?
And if you guys go back and
All right.
watch the
next is our
meeting.
last call to the public.
This guy did the first
for
call to the
tonight.
public, sat back down,
Dan, did you want to
waited, came back up.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, I'll just say when everyone looks at candidates, and especially when people could say limited things like judicial candidates because of judicial canons and can't say how they'll rule on something in front of them. But the best thing we can do is look at some of the people that support them, and you know who you are, who you hang out with. And when I see one person, won't name, heavily endorsed by a couple of people behind pushing the data center, that gets my attention.
Okay.
So
Thank you. Thank you, Dan.
Well, listen up, buddy. You got my attention, and I agree that you are as good as the people you hang out with. So when you hang out with a group who wants to repeal candidates in Lyon Township who you claim to serve, you're fake as can be.
Yeah.
That's all I got to say. And so I will support Chris Candela for judge. And we've never had a conversation with him about data centers. I don't think it even applies.
No, I don't think so either. It's that even brings attention is an odd thing.
Yeah.
Because it has absolutely nothing to do
Right.
with the position.
And this is one of those guys who lives 30 minutes away from Howell Township and just wants to come in and beat his chest.
Yeah. Yeah. It's an interesting world out there today.
It is what it
politics is
is.
messy, and I think like that's not fair. That's not a fair statement, and you can clearly see what it's gauged towards. And
Yeah. Take the high road.
yeah, it's a shame.
Yeah.
But
So that pretty much wraps up what we're looking at today for the highlight articles. We've got the Howell Public Schools. We have the City of Howell Hopefully they find a resolution to that Clark gas station that they're going to private session for. We're waiting for some information back. They transferred $1.3 million, 600,000 and change from the water fund, 600,000 and change from the sewer fund,
Yeah.
and they put it into the loop road.
Right.
It was on, like the 11th page of the budget.
Yeah. Right at the bottom.
Yep.
And the questions we had asked was, from obviously that money is gathered from water and sewer from the residents.
Right.
Now you've put it into that, and it may be to extend water and sewer.
Yep.
Down Lucy Road or into the Loop Road. Who does that benefit?
Right.
Out of those taxpayer dollars? What are they paying it in for? And how can you transfer that money and pull these bonds and set up for that when clearly there's been no approval from the state of Michigan
Right.
for a loop road to
We know
connect?
that because we FOIA'd and asked and
Mhm.
asked and asked. I think the loop road's important
Yeah.
so that we can get traffic moving around from where trains get them held up, so that we
Right.
can get emergency vehicles going, so that there's a back route to go.
Absolutely. Yeah, Domus can do it. We are
Pro
for
development,
development. We want it to happen,
pro
but
loop road.
it's got to meet those things: safety,
Yep.
environment, neighbors being able to enjoy their property,
But
and the state has to say it's safe. And I guess that's what we need from them is, hey, we're going forward with this. They've currently said that with the way that the intersections are and things like that, it's not safe. So what needs to be improved? And hopefully they're working on that. I know they just got some reparations from the state to increase some things.
yeah, our state representative's working on $6 million for a double roundabout
Yeah.
to move traffic.
Mhm.
Traffic's a big deal with all our population boom.
Yeah.
But the other part of it is when you take that money
Mhm.
from the taxpayer who
Yeah.
pays the water or the sewer and you put it to the loop road fund, who's that benefiting?
Right.
Is it the gas station that's coming in? Is it the development for the racetrack that's coming in? If it is solely benefiting those people, are they paying back the city taxpayer?
Right. Are they reimbursing those funds?
Yep.
It's on the opposite side, I've seen things where in Howell Township where there's water and sewer charges and assessments for things to do things, and they've even talked about lowering their rates
Right.
because those are being caught up.
And maybe that's something that comes out of it. If we have more usage, maybe rates go down.
Right.
I'm just looking for explanation.
Yeah. Yeah, and hopefully we can get that and in transparency.
Yeah.
Even if they just had made a statement or make a statement and say, hey, we are working with the state of Michigan. Here's our plans.
Right.
This is going to be safe.
And it's going to be amazing.
That's great. But
Let's do it.
so far we haven't had that. So
Right.
we have to ask the question.
Yep. So that's it, guys. We love you. We hope you stay blessed. We're going to bring on the next podcast, a special program from Habitat for Humanity.
Yeah.
That they got federal funds to help veterans. And we want to, it's a pilot program.
Mhm.
Habitat for Humanity Livingston County is the only one who gets to pilot this program. And we're getting a bunch of federal funds to help veterans. And we want to highlight that.
Yeah. We both sit on the board for Habitat for Humanity. We have some really great people that are employed there that have worked really hard to put this program together, and we're really excited to discuss it and put the word out there and have some repairs or ramps or what veterans need provided by the community.
Right here in Livingston County, furnaces, roofs. If you guys could do us a favor and like and subscribe, I know you hear that on every YouTube podcast that you watch, but it would sure help us out grow the channel. We're not doing this for advertisers. We're not doing this for income. We're doing it for the community that we love, and
Yeah.
we appreciate you guys for watching.
And it's fun. Love you guys. Stay blessed.
Stay blessed.